All right, sound check. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sound check. All right, we're good to go. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Ram Report for a Monday, September 13th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. You want to follow the top pickers each and every day at bullpenpicks.com. In fact, our good friend Eddie O from Montreal had a heck of a day on Sunday. In fact, Eddie O went 14-1 with his Major League Baseball selection. There's Eddie O. Speaking of the devil, look who just popped into the bullpen. And there's, look at that, Eddie O, 14-1 yesterday. Great job, Eddie, with your baseball selections. And, man, he was just one win away, or one loss. If he went 15-0, he would have got another Gold Glove. In fact, Eddie O has the top Gold Gloves right now. He's got 3 of them here at bullpenpicks.com. And, folks, you can follow Eddie's picks each and every day for free right here at bullpenpicks.com. Also, the World Series of Handicapping is underway. And even though the Week 1 is still, in the books, you can still join, but you won't be able to participate for the grand prize. But you can still win the weekly prize. And you can still sign up today at the World Series of Handicapping.com. And it's a pro football contest, season number 10. All right, we've got a good show lined up here today. And hopefully we could get some of the Ramblers and Gamblers to log in and let us know how they're doing this morning. And again, folks, my name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I do this show each and every day on the live stream, 10:30 Eastern. And if you missed the live stream, you can watch it on our replay, as the replay will always be right after the live stream. And that's the beautiful thing about YouTube, is that you can get it right after the show, right? And so again, if you're looking for some resources on how to become a better handicapper and to get to Cash Out Monday, and it was a good cash out for me this week. I had a really good week in CFL, college football, NFL. And folks, if you go to atsstats.com and you want to learn about the Ram Report sports betting system, go to Tools, go to ATS Tutorials, and you can see right here, you can get all of our top selections each and every day. The videos, the Ram Report tutorials about the selections, and the tip sheet. And each segment here represents one part of the Ram Report, and that's what you get each and every day when you're a member here at atsstats.com. All right, also, if you're interested in my book, Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, you can get them right here just by going to the tools, go to Sports Betting Secret, and there's my book that I wrote in 2009. And I'm also the founder of the World Series of Handicapping. And if you go on our YouTube channel, you're going to see this page right here at the top. Look right here, Ron Tops 30 Sports Betting Tips. In the month of July, our Dog Days of Summer series, I did a video a day. And some of the top tips in my book are on these videos. Videos can range anywhere from 4 minutes, 13 minutes, 6 minutes. But those are some of the top tips that I have. And one of the best tips that I give in these videos, it's an oldie but a goodie. It's the look-ahead factor and the letdown factor. And we had some letdown and look-ahead factors this weekend in college football especially, right? All right, let's see and say good morning to, look at this. We got somebody from South Africa, Faisal Mula from South Africa. Good morning or good afternoon, Faisal. Thanks for tuning in here at the Ram Report. We got snipers in the house. And folks, just let us know where you're from. Just log into the chat box and say, hey, good morning, Ron, or everybody, Ramblers and Gamblers. This is Jane or Joe from California or Atlanta. We got a lot of people from Atlanta in the house, Chicago. So we're all over the place here. And we're having a really good time here each and every day at the Ram Report. All right, what do we got on tap here today? Let's take a look at the schedule. And each and every day, if you want to see what's on the agenda, all you got to do is go to the video, and then in the description, I always put the show schedule. So we're going to always kick it off and give our respects to the horse racing industry. I think today's Parks Racing. Then we're going to go to the SBI. We're going to recap the college football, because I always think it's a good thing on a Monday morning play the Monday morning quarterback and go see what you've learned this past weekend and share your information with the people watching and let them know, especially if you are from a city and you have local news on your sports team. There's nothing better than getting local information, right? It's like I always say, shop local, right? And hopefully we'll get some local information for where you're at, and we'll see if we can get some good information. We're going to go over the Monday Night Football game tonight between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. I'll break down the Major League Baseball. I think there's about 9 games today in the system. So we'll break those games, and then we'll go to the end. Trends are your friends, and that'll be a wrap for a Monday, September 13th. So let's go to horse racing, and let's get today's free tip sheet. And today's free tip sheet, I think, is Parks Racing. Yep, there it is, Parks Racing for September 13th. All right, 6 here in San Antonio. It's 4:37 here in South Africa, so awesome. Hey, love to have you on board. Morning, Ron. Love the hat. Yeah, I took out my bags of hat there over the weekend. Like, if you see, I got like about 20 hats, so I might surprise you some days with some of these hats. I know I made Chad from Corner Gas really happy with my Saskatchewan Rough Rider hat here the other day. There's Peyton Sports Girl waking up early in California. I love all the we had a lot of unders yesterday, that's for sure, Peyton. A lot of unders yesterday and a lot of underdogs. Remember yesterday we were handicapping the games? I said, guys, watch out for the unders, the underdogs. We looks like, to me, it looked like a very underdog card yesterday. A lot of good quarterbacks were getting dog value or disrespected, and we'll get to the NFL in just a few seconds. All right, so Parks Racing today. Race number 1 is at 12:55 post time, 6 furlongs on the dirt. It's a $19,000 maiden claiming race, and we're going to go 5-2-3 in race number 1 today at Parks Racing. Irish Jumper, Correa taking a ride here on the 5 Irish Jumper. Ms. Shipman with Adorno taking a ride here on Ms. Shipman, 4-1 morning line. And Merry Evil Rivera taking a ride on Merry Evil, the 3-horse, 12-1 morning line on Merry Evil. Your Joker's play today at Parks Racing is the 4-horse, Everybody's Pal. And let's see if we can make everybody's PayPal today. Haddock taking a ride on number 4, Everybody's Pal. And again, if you're going to bet Everybody's Pal, I always recommend the Double Dutch betting system. And that is, let's say you got a $20 budget, put 10 to win, 10 to place on 4. This way he comes in first, you get paid twice. And if he comes in second, at least you get some of that money back, right? And if you're going to play an exacta box today at Parks, 5-2, 3-2, 2-3, 3-4. And don't forget to box those horses. And if you're going to go trifecta, 5-2-3, 4-2-3, trifecta box. Always remember to box those horses. All right, let's take a look at the, let me see, where's my schedule? I think it's the SBI we're going to go into next. And let's go look at the sports betting index and see what has come in yesterday in Major League Baseball and NFL. But in the meantime, while I'm doing this, I want to say good morning to Gloria K out there at the TCP golf course where John Deere played last. Just turned in. What did I miss? Hey, nothing. So I'm out at the TCP golf course. Man, I'm jealous, Gloria K. I should be out there golfing with you, eh? Hey, well, let me hop on a red eye there, and we'll throw an 18 round right in there. That'd be awesome. Oh, good for you playing some golf. And Derek Pera, how you doing, Derek? Glad to see you here on the Rain Report. And okay, let's how you doing, underdogs? Yeah, underdogs. You know what? Underdogs yesterday were pretty good, right? All right, let's go to Major League Baseball. And man, hey, that's a lot of fun right there, Gloria. On a Monday morning, what better way to spend a Monday morning shooting 18, shooting around a golf on a Monday morning? That's a good living right there. All right, let's go to the straight up factor right here yesterday in Major League Baseball. 9-6. What a great game it was last night at Citi Field. Too late. I couldn't stay up for all of it, but man, I wish I would have. It looked like it was a really good one there with Lindor hitting the winner at the end. But if you had the Mets, you did pretty well. 60% of the favorites won yesterday in Major League Baseball. On the 7-day average, we're a neutral market right here, and it's 50.9 and 49.3% of the underdogs. So you can see on the 7-day average in baseball, we're doing pretty good on the SBI. And the same thing with the over-unders. 53% of the unders have come in the last 7 days, but it was 50-50 yesterday with 7-7-1. All right, so neutral market right there in the 7-day average for baseball favorites for sides and totals. And let's take a look at the NFL yesterday, see how the National Football League did in week number 1 when it comes to betting favorites and underdogs. Now, hey, look at that. It's looking a bit like baseball. Remember at the beginning of the baseball season, all the underdogs kept winning? And I said yesterday, I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of dogs. I just had that feeling that there was a lot of value on underdogs betting NFL. And sure enough, you look at yesterday, just the straight up factor, 6 and 8 of the underdogs won straight up. You know, it's hard enough to just cover the spread, but when you get underdogs winning 8 games of the 14 games yesterday, that's a pretty good day at the office if you're betting dogs. And 4-10-1 for the underdogs. So the underdogs had a big day yesterday, and that's awesome. 10-4 yesterday for the underdogs, and they did a pretty good day. All right, 5-9 to the under. So if you bet the under so far this week in the National Football League, you're doing very well because the under is 10-5 after every game in the NFL except for the Monday Nighter. So, yeah, you know what? Interesting little observation here for week number 1. And we'll talk about the NFL just in a few seconds. I always think it's good to recap what we learned this past weekend because while the memory's still fresh, you know, once you get to Thursday and Friday, you know, sometimes you tend to forget with baseball going. You got NHL coming up soon, NBA, and we're getting in maximum overdrive right here for information. And this is why I got Excel sheets, I got databases, I got websites, because I got to keep track of this somehow, right? All right, let me take a look here and see what the bullpen are saying. It's beautiful here. Are you in Chicago, Gloria? TCP, is that the one in Florida or Chicago? Let me see here. Underdog, no, it's my son. Oh, your son is golfing. Oh, he's a golf professional. Oh, awesome. Hey, well, wish him all the best of luck today. I know it's probably a practice round, but hey, we tip our hat to Gloria K's son right there, who's enjoying some golf at the TCP golf course where the John Deere was played. Where's that one? Is that TCP, the John Deere Classic? Where's the John Deere Classic? I'm not too sure with that one. There's Vladimir, right? There's our good friend Vladimir. 12 days to American hockey. Hey, that's awesome. 10:42 evening here in Macau. Yeah, so there's our good friend Vladimir from Macau. And he gave us a good tip a couple weeks ago on betting baseball on weekends. We'll see what he's got for hockey. It's difficult to get American YouTube sometimes. We figure it out. American YouTube. I didn't know the YouTube had a specific nationality. Hey, Vladimir, is there a Russian YouTube too out there or what? No, I'm not aware of. Hey, well, welcome to the national YouTube channel. And yeah, that's a good one there, Vladimir. And again, thanks for tuning in. That's our good friend Vladimir from Macau, and it's 10:42 at night in Macau right now. Sylvia, Illinois, says Gloria K. Good morning to you, Sniper. I hope you make a lot of money today, says Peyton to Underdog. So you see, folks, we're building something pretty special here at the Raymond Report. We got a good camaraderie of friends. And that's what it's all about, right? It's about networking and sharing information. And I always say, all of us is stronger than one of us. And the more people we have, and, you know, people are like-minded and, you know, we treat each other with respect. You know, the one thing, if people come on here and they get disrespectful and they start, you know, bringing the environment down a bit, well, we line them up on the field goal and then we kick them through the uprights, right? Hey, yeah, the older you get, the less tolerance you have for that crap, right? Life's too short. You gotta have fun, and we also love having good people around and in the bullpen, and that's why a lot of these people come back each and every day, because they like the environment that they've helped created, along with all the good people here at the Rain Report. All right, where were we? College football. Let's go to college football. Liberty. Yeah, Liberty did us a solid this weekend. I'm telling you, Hugh Freeze building something special with the Flames. That was my 5-star best bet. And looking at this weekend, yeah, the one thing I noticed in college football this weekend, look at that, 52-10 on Saturday. The favorites winning straight up. Imagine if you bet the favorites, just the favorites, on the money line, 52-10. I wonder if you made any money. Probably Ohio State probably crashed the party, hey, with their minus, what would they been this weekend? Maybe 2,000, 3,000, or 1,600. I didn't see what they were in the money line. I'll probably have to go check. But yeah, if you're betting money line, I'm telling you, depending on the odds, any odds of 3 or less, I'm betting money line. I'm no longer sweating out, 1 point, 2 points, and 3-point chalks or underdogs. And if it's an underdog, I'll take the underdog money, right? I'll take the +3. But when it comes to favorites, yeah, -3 and under, I'll play the money line. 4, you'll have to convince me a bit more, right? There's OG Wheat. Good morning to OG. And again, our buddy from the ATL. Hey, OG, not too good there, those Falcons, eh? I'll just leave it at that for a Monday morning. We'll get into the NFL in a few seconds, but I'm sure the people in the ATL are not too happy with their Falcons this morning. And remember, we talked about it yesterday. There was just something about that game where, when it looks too easy and everybody's on the consensus and the public opinions, and there's that, I don't know how you would really say it. There's that feeling in the air where it looks too good to be true, right? And that was the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah. Washington was another one too. Chargers came up and played. There was a lot of games yesterday that were like that, but again, we'll get to that in just 1 second. The over-under is on the college football this week. Let's take a look at this right here. So it went 32 and 33. Wow, you couldn't get more balanced than that. 48.5% of the overs came in, 50% of the unders, and look at this. 46.2% of the favorites and 52.3% of the underdogs came in week number 3 of the college football season. All right, let's take a look at a recap of some of the college football from this weekend. Again, this is one thing I like to do. I like to go through, I won't spend a lot of times on a lot of these games, but I think it's a good exercise to go through every game to see, and you know what, people can chime in and let us know what they think. And we just take it from there, right? So I'm going to scroll through these quickly, and I'll give you like a one-line, thought on each of these situations. And some of them I'll just pass if I didn't, if I have nothing, right? Boise, UTEP, Boise, a good bounce-back game after UCF. Coastal Carolina, they just, they just keep winning. They're doing a good program. Arkansas was my upset special of the week. If you're a member of ATS, I had the Razorbacks. Even though we had some a defensive lineman out, Arkansas at home, Pittman's doing a really good job there at Arkansas. And the Longhorns, I talk about the look ahead and the letdown factor. That's the classic letdown factor right there. Who did Texas have the week before? I want to say it was maybe LSU or no, I forget who Texas had the week before. I want to say it was, anyways. But Arkansas, really good, showing this Saturday. They look pretty good. BYU, Utah, I didn't really watch that game. Iowa State, Matt Campbell can't win. Right now, if I had to give you a quick opinion on Matt Campbell, good football coach, has trouble winning the big games. That's the fact, Jack, right? He has trouble winning the big games. Iowa Hawkeyes might be the team in the Big Ten. Might be the team in the Big Ten to watch out for. Michigan, you know what? Big win. Needed that win for Harbaugh. We'll see what happens, going forward. I'm still the jury's still out on the Wolverines, because let's look at this, right? Washington beat Montana, lost to Montana, right? So, how much credibility can you put in that Washington win when the Huskies lose to a Montana team? Toledo, Notre Dame. Notre Dame, they don't have that killer instinct this year, right? I know they lost their quarterback, but Notre Dame just doing enough to win football games right now. But normally when teams like this just do everything, it takes everything for them to win like that. Eventually, that catches up with these type of teams, right? Ohio State, no defense. Say what you want, they're a 7-on-7 team. Ohio State Buckeyes right now remind me of a Big 12 team. They can score a lot of points. They can't play any defense. Ohio State is right now to me is a Big 12 type team, right? Oregon, great game plan on offense. They just ran it down the lion's mouth right there, right? They just took it to them. And Oregon Ducks, you know what they are? They're a power running football team, and that's exactly what they did. They ran all over the Buckeyes this weekend. And, there's Ryan Day's first loss at home in his career, right? Penn State, great defense. Illinois, Virginia. Virginia, good win right there. You got Wisconsin Badgers, cleaned up their turnovers, I think, this weekend. But they beat Eastern Michigan. Wait until they play another big team. Army, well coached. Georgia Southern, Florida Atlantic. Nothing really there. Pitt Panthers, a senior win. I call that a senior win, right? A senior leading team went into Tennessee and beat a really young team with the new head coach right there in Upel. I don't know, Upel. I always mixed up his name. South Carolina, East Carolina. This came down to coaching. This game here, you got to give the Gamecocks credit here. They went into East Carolina, and they got the job done. Was it 2017 game-winning field goal at the end? That is coaching. And you know why I'm saying this is a great win for the Gamecocks? They got the Georgia Bulldogs on deck. So think of it this way. They had to manage the players' expectations going into this game, and a little bit of a favorite. But they had the Georgia Bulldogs on deck, and they still managed to go into East Carolina, get the W. So good job, Gamecocks. Oklahoma State, Tulsa, I didn't watch that game. Wyoming, nothing really there. Virginia Tech, Fuentes doing a good job right there with the Hokies. Good win there and cover. New Mexico, nope. Babers in trouble. Dino Babers in trouble there at Syracuse. Shiano, another win right there. Building something special at Rutgers. We'll see what it'll do. Navy Shipmen fired their OC after this game. The Navy Shipmen fired their offense coordinator. This not looking good for the Navy Shipmen. And good win for Air Force this weekend. Temple and Akron, nothing really there. Georgia Bulldog, quarterback switch this weekend. Stenson Bennett went in, and so we'll see what happens next week. Cal TCU, TCU was one of my top plays. I had two top plays this weekend, TCU and Liberty. We got the win, we didn't get the cover. I just thought that Cal played a pretty good game. They let TCU just let Cal linger on the whole game, right? Nebraska got that win against Buffalo. Texas A&M, winning on the road in Colorado, tough thing to do, but they got the job done. Wasn't pretty. They're going to have to find some offense and get that going real quick. Hey, the Pirate, Mississippi State, good job by Mike Leach. SMU took care of business against North Texas, South Alabama over Green. The U almost got upset this weekend by Appalachian State, but they did enough to win. Texas State, Missouri. If you watch the Wildcats are a good team at home, not so much on the road. Stoops does a good job whenever he's coaching at home. Liberty, that was my top play this weekend. Never in doubt. Memphis, Arkansas State, North Carolina, Oregon State, Arizona, nothing really here. Purdue, Michigan State. You know what? I got to give credit to Tucker here, the Michigan State Spartans. I thought they did a pretty good job in the first two games. They got that win in Northwestern. So, good job on Tucker getting the win here an impressive win, right? Northwestern bounced back this weekend, but again, they played nobody. UMass, Boston, Arizona State, Indiana, Florida Gators. They're good. The Florida Gators are good. They're just not. They're not really convincing people like in the old days, right? Where they're putting the boost to people. Upset. Stanford lost the week before to Kansas State, so they were looking ahead to this game. And you know what? I don't know what Southern Cal was doing, but they never showed up. And then the other Bama. So you can see right here some of the other games. Nothing really stands out in these teams right here. Florida State, right? How do you lose in the last minute here, last second to Jacksonville State? But that's, the emotionals, playing the big National League game. So again, the reason why we're doing this show here today and we're going through all the games, it's a learning lesson, right? You got to learn from these situations where Florida State had that national primetime game against Notre Dame, and how would they handle the pressure going into the next game? And you can see they failed, right? They absolutely failed. All right, so here's the other games. Nothing really to write home about. Let's take a look at the National Football League yesterday, and I'll give you the consensus picks on the newsletters on how they did. I'm just going to scroll right here to the top and go to the NFL. And I see Jared Trader's in the house. And again, folks, tune in each and every day. Just let us know you're there. Say hello, good day. Dallas Cowboys and Tampa Bay. Hey, the Cowboys are look really good on offense. Buffalo. Now, to me, Buffalo lost this game with their play calling. The offense coordinator for the Buffalo Bills. I want to see Dable is his name. Let me go look at his name. Google Bills offense coordinator. Yeah, Brian Dable. Probably the worst game you ever called since being a Bills coordinator. 4th and inches, and they run this high school play where they fake the quarterback sneak, and then they run this toss. And to me, that was their turning point of the game. It just, Buffalo had so many chances in that game yesterday to put the Steelers away. But if you recall watching the show yesterday, I said, you know what? You're giving the Steelers and Tomlin, all these points. You got a veteran quarterback. I'm not touching this game with a 10-foot pole, right? And it's a good thing I didn't touch that game. I'm a Bills fan. I love Buffalo. But I just knew going into yesterday, didn't like the spread. I thought defense, we did well. I thought the Steelers defense did very well too. 10-0 halftime, and then they come out in the second half and win the game. The final was 23-16. So they held Buffalo to 6 points in the second half. So good job on the Bills right there. Play calling to me, and you got to take shots. You got to take chances. If you're not taking chances, you're not going downfield a lot. You gotta take shots, right? But poor play calling for the Bills coordinator there. Carolina against the Jets. I didn't watch that game. I watched about 4 or 5 other games, but I'll have to watch the replay on that. That's the normally I'll do during the day. Is sometimes you see these games, they'll show you the games in 30 minutes, every play in 30 minutes. I go normally look at that and watch the game film. Jacksonville, Houston. I was all over Houston that way. I knew going into this one, you got a high school, not a high, former college football coach. The Jimmy Johnson effect, right? 1-15 his first year as a Cowboy, and Urban Meyer comes in there yesterday. Everybody thought that Houston was going to poop the bed, but they looked pretty good, right? Tyrod Taylor was there, and the Texans did pretty good, eh? Almost won Astros there, baseball. Arizona, my upset special. In fact, if you go to the Ram Report, you can see my top plays yesterday. If you go to picks, go to NFL picks, you'll see I lost my best bet on New England, but I had the over in San Francisco, Detroit. Remember I was telling you guys the week 1 Detroit over. It's now 14-0-1 or something like that. Arizona, there's my upset special right there. Arizona was my upset special. I just loved Arizona yesterday. And then I had Cincinnati, Washington as a 2-team parlay. That was the Washington didn't we got unlucky there when we lost our quarterback, and then the Rams were the system play of the day last night. So those were my top plays yesterday at the Rain Report. But Arizona, man, I'm telling you, this team is for real. And Tennessee, they did not fix their defense, and Arizona exposed them yesterday. Chargers against Washington, losing their quarterback. Hello, Cam Newton. Hey, what's the over-under in Cam Newton being a Washington football team quarterback in week number 3 or 4, eh? Pretty good. Pretty good. Chargers looked, they did enough to win yesterday. Neither team was very impressive on the offense, but they got the job done. Philly, you got to give credit to the Eagles. Falcons, they're in trouble. Falcons are in trouble. Sorry, OG Wheat, but your Falcons are, put a fork in them. They're done like dinner. Seattle, you know what? Sometimes you got to tip your hat, and I got this wrong. I thought Seattle was not the, they played better than I thought they would. In fact, the final score of the Seattle game was 28-16. The one thing that impressed me, and I completely overlooked the Lockett factor, right? I was focusing more on Wilson and DK Metcalf, but Lockett was locked in big time. And the Colts, back to the drawing board here. We'll see what happens. Week 1, right? We're not going to over analyze this week 1. Minnesota, I said it yesterday. Guys, Minnesota, if you're a Vikings fan, it could be a long, long year. The only thing worse in the NFC North than being a Vikings fan is probably being a Packer fan right now, and I'll get to that in a second. Cincinnati, they got to keep getting better, right? Zach Taylor's doing a good job. Joe Burrow, man, he cool Joe, right? Still see him smoking that cigar after the national championship against when he won at LSU when he won the championship. Good job on the game yesterday, but you allowed Minnesota to get back, right? Old momentum in a football game can flip on a dime, right? Anytime you think you got a nice comfortable lead, and there's old Mo. Mo swings right in, and next thing you know, hey, and there comes the Vikings. But turnovers, right? You can't turn the ball over. 49ers, now impressive win, but you can't allow Detroit to score 33 points on your defense. One of the hardest things to do in a football game is to control the flow of a game, right? Once a team, it's easy to say you can beat them like 41-0, 41-10, but sometimes when you're up 2, 3, 4 touchdowns, you mentally start checking out and you start thinking of other things. What am I going to have for supper? And what am I going to pick up on the way home? Oh, I got to get some milk. Or, hey, what are we going to do after? Or who do we got next week? And next thing you know, it's like, oh, wow, they just scored a special teams touchdown. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, we better get back in this game. That's what happened yesterday. And Detroit didn't quit. So you got to give Campbell and the Lions a little bit of credit there. They didn't quit. And doesn't it feel good knowing you got the total covered by halftime, right? Like, we never sweated that game out. When last night we watched that game, never sweated out that game between the over and this game. It was almost done at halftime. New England against Miami, two bad offenses. Like, say what you want, Mac Jones looked pretty good. I'm going to put the loss here on Josh McDaniels. He was too conservative play calling. I thought he should have opened it up way a bit more. And turnovers. You know, when you look at the final score, 17-16, and the thing that sticks out in the box score, you can't turn the ball over. You can't play, like, those teams were playing not to lose yesterday, right? They weren't playing to win. They were playing not to lose their leads. And what happened, when you play safe like that, it never, ever goes well for you. You can't play safe in football. You want to play safe? Go play ringette or go play something else. But you can't play safe football. You got to open it up. You just got to open it up and not play conservative football, and you can't turn the ball over. And that's what happened to New England yesterday. They turned the ball over. You make 2 turnovers. They had 36 minutes in time of possession. You win the time possession war. You should win the ball game, right? And the worst part about that loss, it was at home. The worst part is that it was at home. You just cut Cam Newton. Man, how do you don't spin it? There's no spin here. You know what? You got to put that loss on the coaching staff. I put that loss on Belichick. I put that loss on the offense coordinator. You got to open it up. And Tua didn't look that great either. You know, you can't be check down Tommy. You know, if you're gonna be the quarterback of the Miami Dolphins, you can't be check down Tommy. You can't be checking out, throwing to the flats, all those safe throws. You need those high percentage completion passes. And you want to know how you get a really good quarterback is how he makes the throws between the hash marks, right? Anybody can throw on hash mark the sidelines and throw fades and outs. The real good quarterbacks, they throw between the hash marks. And take it from me, I'm a quarterback coach, and I know I've been coaching quarterbacks for 25 years, so I know what I'm talking about. Denver taking on the Giants. You know what? Good win for Denver. Giants. Yeah, Joe Judge can give all the rocky speeches he wants. Nothing's going to really motivate this team until they start getting better quarterback play from Jones, right? Yeah, to me, it's you need better plays from your quarterback. You can't ask your defense anymore right there. Chicago, LA Rams. Hey, good win for the Rams last night. Chicago's defense a bit overrated. And here's the thing, right? When I start seeing the Steve Spurrier quarterback rotation, where you got one quarterback coming in, the other, quarterbacks don't want that. Stick with one guy, and don't try to sugarcoat it and call it a special package for Justin Fields. No, it doesn't work like that in the NFL. What's his name? Glanville. NFL. You know what that stands for? Not for long when you do play calling like that. You can't have special package quarterbacks. It works for New Orleans at some point. Didn't work yesterday on the goal line. But if you're going to have you got to make a decision. If you're Matt Nagy, you either go with Dalton or you go with Justin Fields. But you can't have these, Steve Spurrier, Doug Johnson, Palmer rotation come in, right? That doesn't work. Rams, Rams are Rams. They look good. And maybe, that Goff has gone to Detroit. Stafford in St. Louis, LA. Looks pretty good. Packers, Saints. I wasn't biting on this line here yesterday. I told you guys yesterday when I watched it, when we did the show, I said, guys, Mopey, that's what I called Aaron Rodgers now, Mopey Rodgers. What did you expect was going to happen when you don't go to OTAs? When people in the media are talking more about your contract, your dissatisfaction about the organization, you can't be doing that in the pros. You got to be a pro. And right now, Aaron Rodgers, man, I'm really disappointed in Aaron Rodgers. Like I got his jersey. I got his jersey. And Aaron Rodgers right now, man, when did you become Mopey Rodgers? Like, you're the leader of the Green Bay Packers, and that body language yesterday on the sidelines, that body language on the whole team was absolutely atrocious. Like, if you're a Green Bay Packer fan, you got to move him right now because he doesn't want to be there. You can see right now, Aaron Rodgers does not want to be a Green Bay Packer. And full credit to the New Orleans Saints. I said it yesterday. This team here, they're ready to go. Drew Brees retired, new hair, whatever. Hey, whatever, Drew. Next man up. Jameis Winston, great job yesterday. Great job yesterday showing leadership, moving the chains. The defense looked good. The Saints look good. Sean Payton, one of the best coaches. Sean Payton doesn't get enough respect as one of the top. We're always talking about Belichick. Put Sean Payton's name in that conversation right now. Sean Payton, one of the top coaches right now in the NFL, maybe the top coach in the National Football League. Man, I'm fired up for a Monday. You guys fired up or what? Cleveland Browns, Kansas City, coaching. Again, I say it all the time when I'm doing these shows. I look at coaches, the stats of the coaches. Where does the buck stop? The buck stops on the coach's desk. The game plan, coach's desk. Play calling, coach's desk. Stefanski yesterday for the Cleveland Browns, how do you go up in Kansas City? You have a great 3 quarters, and then you allow Kansas City to come back and win that game. That is coaching. That is play calling. That is time management. You can't allow, in one thing in coaching as a head coach, you're playing the time of possession war, but you're also playing the field possession battle. You can't give Kansas City short fields. You got to, if they're going to earn touchdowns, make them earn it by 80, 90 yards. But I thought the Cleveland Browns, they're going to beat all the 80% of the 10-80-10 rule. They're going to beat those 50% teams, the teams below 50%. When you play the Kansas City Chiefs, you play the San Francisco 49ers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That comes down to play calling. That comes down to coaching. And if you're going to be out-coached every game, Cleveland is going to have to make a decision here, because that game was all about coaching yesterday, and Cleveland's got to do a better job with their time management in the second half, right? There comes a point in the game where the momentum can flip on a switch, and when you could put your foot on their throat and really go for the juggler, Cleveland's got to get that killer instinct and just boom. Kansas City has it. Kansas City, there was never a doubt in their mind, down 22-10 at one point, coming back, win that football game. So that's the difference between good and great. You want to be great, you're going to have to show your players and your coaching staff and everybody how you finish games. ABC, always be closing. Cleveland, you're not closing right now. Baltimore and the Raiders, that game is tonight, and we'll break that down in just a few seconds. All right, that's the Monday morning quarterback rant. Hey, don't you love these rants? I get all fired up. I feel, I'm not coaching right now, so this is my football coaching for not coaching right now. So when I see these games on the it really upsets me when I see teams lose the game. Right? Buffalo lost the game. Who else lost the game? Let me see here. No, Washington. You can say Washington in some case. Cincinnati almost lost the game. New England lost that game. When you control a game like that, you got to win those games. So Cleveland, Cleveland got to do a better job, Cleveland. All right, let's get to the Monday Nighter, and let's take a look at the Raymond Report. And guys, if you have any questions or you got any takes on any of the games last night, hey, just throw it in the bullpen. Let's talk about it, and let's get some emotions going in here. There's nothing better when you're passionate about something, right? What make great shows? Passion. When you got passion, emotion, and you bring it and you wear it on your sleeve, that makes for some of the best conversations. And when it comes to football, I can get fired away a bit too much, right? All right, it's too bad the Jaguars grabbed him. Grabbed who? Maybe I missed that conversation. It says Peyton Sports Girl. Let me see here. Trevor Lawrence has a great first year. You know what? Trevor Lawrence, still year one. And anytime you're a year one quarterback and you're starting, to me, that's like that's your mulligan, right? You got a mulligan, especially when you're on a bad football team. It's look at Joe Burrows this year, right? Joe Burrows getting better and better every time you watch him. Last season, he was just getting better. Unfortunately, he got injured. But, yeah. All right, so Baltimore taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, man, talk about bad luck, for the Baltimore Ravens and their running back situation. J.K. Dobbins and, let me see here, Gus Edwards. Let me bring this up here. Just going to bring up my rosters. All right, so let's go to depth charts. So, the one thing with Baltimore, the good news is they were able to pick up Latavius Murray from the Saints, but he's still, he's got to still learn the playbook, so they're going to go with Tyson Williams. But, hey, the good news if you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, you got a quarterback who's also a slash running back, right? Lamar Jackson. Hey, Lamar Jackson, anytime you got Lamar Jackson as your quarterback, you got a chance to win every game. And I showed you at the top of the show, Baltimore, the number one. Oh, I didn't show you guys this. No, that's right. Baltimore is the number one team the last 2 years against the point spread on the road. So going into this game, there's only one team better than the Baltimore Ravens straight up on the road, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs. They got 15 wins. Baltimore's got 14. The other team that got 14 wins on the road last 2 years, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All right, so so you're looking at the weapons here. Remember, I always talk about the triplets. So the triplets tonight for the Baltimore Ravens is going to be Lamar Jackson, Tyson Williams, and Marquise Brown. And then you got Mark Andrews, the tight end, right? And for the Las Vegas Raiders, let's take a look at their triplets. You got Derek Carr. Josh Jacobs says questionable for tonight. Henry Ruggs, and then you got Darren Waller. Both these teams got great tight ends. Watch for the tight ends to be play a big part here tonight in the game. So exactly. All right, Lamar Jackson's Ravens' best running back. Exactly. All right, so when the Baltimore Ravens travel to Las Vegas to play either a Raider team in Oakland or in Las Vegas, since the beginning, only 9 occurrences. The Baltimore Ravens are 8-3 straight up. 6-3 straight up against Raider teams either in Oakland or LA, or now Las Vegas, and 5-4 against the number. 4-4-1 to the over/under. And the last 10 head-to-head meetings between the Raiders and the Ravens, 3-7 straight up, 4-6-0 against the number, but 6-3-1 to the over. Now, big look-ahead games here for both these teams. Now, this is a big one here, right? Week number 1, Monday Night Football. Everybody's watching. Hey, it's Lamar Jackson. It's John Gruden on the other side. Those are the big names that people are going to be talking about a lot, right? Next game on deck for the Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, does it get any bigger? The only bigger one that is maybe Tampa Bay, right? And then for the Raiders, they're going to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. So 2 big look-ahead situations here. So, man, this is every game's important, right? But, man, no cupcakes for these teams on deck, right? So they got some big games in the future. Now, the last time these two teams met was 2018, was November 25th, and that game was at Baltimore, and it was a 34-17 win for the Baltimore Ravens. And looking at the Ravens' record, as I said, the last 2 years against the point spread, 13-4-3, and against AFC opponents, 10-3-2. And before a non-division game, last 3 years, 9-1. Last 2 years, 9-2-1. And anytime they're gonna face the Chiefs since 1983, when they're on the road, they're 8-2-1 before playing Kansas City. So I love the Baltimore Ravens here tonight. Hey, you know what? The Allegiant Stadium is going to be packed tonight. It's going to be rocking, but I think there's a lot of pressure here on the Raiders, right? The first Monday Night Football in Las Vegas. The whole world's watching. The Raiders can put up points. It's the defense we're going to see. But Lamar Jackson in the spotlight Monday night. Give me the Ravens -3.5. I might even take them on the money line. Again, the more that I'm seeing the goalpost change in sports betting, the more I'm betting more money lines. I'd rather not sweat out 3.5, 2.5, 1.5 on favorites. I'd rather just play the money line. That's my mindset these days. All right, let's go to baseball. You guys ready for some baseball? Are you ready for some baseball? Hey, no, it's a Monday night thing, right? Oh man, I need some water here. Too fired up here. Hey, it's Monday morning. I shouldn't be this fired up on a Monday morning. Hey, maybe it's because I had a good weekend. Good weekend of cash out Monday. Hey, went to the winner's circle about 4 times last week, so that was good. And again, what we call winner's circle is anytime you're betting during the week, every time you have a good day, we call that the winner's circle, right? And the more times you go to the winner's circle at the end of the night, cash out Monday, baby. Let's cash out Monday. All right, Twins taking on the New York Yankees. Now the Yankees are going to send undecided right now against John Gant. Now this must be a play-in game, right? This must be a play-in game because I don't know, are these two teams going to face off again tomorrow? Let me see. Is there a game on deck here? Next game at Baltimore. Yeah, so see, at Baltimore and at Cleveland. So this is a play-in game from a pass that wasn't able to get in. And just going to bring this over here. So you got the Yankees, a 175 favorite. The over-under is set at 10. Now, here's the thing. Yankees played late into the night last night, and now they got a 205 start against the Twins. Twins coming off, let me see here, a 5-3 loss yesterday to Kansas City. The Twins in their last 10 games are 5-5. Yankees 2-8. Hey, you see that when the New York Yankees look in the rearview mirror, they see Vladdy Guerrero and company, with their 44 runs the last 3 games. Man, Toronto's peaking at the right time right now. How would you like to play the Toronto Blue Jays right now? Looking at this game, I'm probably going to lean with the Twins here. Looking at the Yankees, I think the Yankees are just emotionally exhausted right now. I think mentally they're checked out because look at their last 30 days, 8-6 at home. Not a really good road record the last 30 days. In fact, let me go take a look at the Yankees record last 30. Just so you know, my college football plays this weekend. I had a pretty good day in college football this weekend. Liberty, minus 169, took them on the money line. Had the over in Toledo, Notre Dame. Arkansas, my upset special. I had Navy. They fired their coordinator, and I had South Carolina. Had we got the cover, it would have been a really good weekend, right? But let's go take a look at the Yankees last few weeks. So I'm going to go to my regular database, and let's see how we're doing for time. 45 minutes, pretty good. All right, let's go to Major League Baseball. Let's take a look at the New York Yankees. The last 30 days. So the Yankees, the current season. And let's go last 30 games. 17-13. Yeah, that's not Yankee standard. That's not Yankee baseball right there. Last 20, 8-12. Yeah, they're fading. Yankees are fading. I do like the Twins here. I think you're getting 165, good value. John Gant. The over could be, look at this, since Minnesota's on the road against B-type teams in the Rain Report. Oh, hey, there's Rusty Red on cue. Talk about underdogs. 21-10-1 to the over. And Minnesota on the road this year, 30-42 as a road underdog. They are 18-30, 4.4 and a 5.8 runs against average the last 10. All right, let's go to Miami, taking on the Washington Nationals. And let's see what we got here. Loading up here. There we go. Sandy Alcantara going up against Paulo Espino of the Washington Nationals. Now the bookmakers have got the Miami Marlins a minus 106 struggling. Yeah, they are struggling. Hey, the Yankees are struggling. Joe Namath, little cue right there, right? Let me see here. We got 6, 19, and 5 to the under when Alcantara goes for the Marlins. So keep an eye out on that. Paulo Espino, when he goes, Nationals are 6-8, 6-7-1. I got 4.47, 4.45. The over-under at 8.92, so it does like it to go over the total. And looking at the last 10 for the Marlins, 3-6-1. And when they face teams below 500 on the road, 10-23 straight up, right? Not a great record. And if you look at the Marlins' last 10 games, 5-5, Nationals 4-6, 4-11. You know what? Anytime you get teams below 500 in September like this, give me the best pitcher on the mound. That'll be Alcantara. I like Sandy here. I like Sandy Alcantara in this spot. Even though, 1-9 last 30 days on the road. Not a great, and this, again, I'm going to go back to one of my golden rules of sports betting. You don't bet on teams below 500. Even if they are playing another team below 500, when you bet on bad teams expecting good things, it never works out for you. It rarely ever does. There's a lot of better games on the board. You got to be selective in sports betting. A lot of people say you got to be aggressive and you got to go. There's aggressive and then there's not too smart aggressive, right? You got to be really selective. Pick your spots. Take days off. Some people say, "Oh, don't take days off." Yeah, you got to take days off. A couple weeks ago we said, you go on a big win streak. Yeah, if you go on a big win streak, yeah, you got to, take advantage of the opportunity. But you also got to really realize that, if you're mentally not in there and you're not mentally checked in, you got to take some time off. You really do. Colin McHugh here going to go here for the Rays up against Alex Manoah. I thought Yarbrough was supposed to get the nod. I saw this morning Yarbrough was supposed to go for the Rays. Let me take a quick look here on my other resource and see what we got going here. Tampa Bay. See, now this one here says Drew Rasmussen. All right, so looks like pitching bingo here. Hey, that's a new word, pitching bingo. Hey, let's B9. Oh, Colin McHugh, you're up. 5.31, 4.61, the over-under at 9.92. Blue Jays. I don't know how you go against the Blue Jays, but keep in mind, they're beating the beatables, right? They're beating Baltimore. Who else did they beat? They beat the Yankees. Yankees are not a really strong team right now. Oakland, they swept the Oakland at home. They're beating the beatables, and they're doing a good. And look at their strength of schedule, 30.6, and so is Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, they played Tigers. Yeah, the Tigers gave them all they can handle, right? They won 3-2 against the Rays. Not very Tampa Bay-like. And Kevin Cash struggled this weekend against the Tigers. So you know what? Tampa Bay's not playing a great baseball right now as well. In fact, they're 5-5 in their last 10. Blue Jays 9-1. Man, I just hate going against Tampa Bay. There's certain teams in baseball you just don't want to go against. Tampa Bay is one of them. San Fran, Tampa Bay. Those are two teams that I just don't like going against. And the Blue Jays. Now, to me, this is all about experience. We all know Toronto's got a very young club. They get so energetic. You watch that bench. They can get really creative at times on that bench, right? Love the jacket though. I love the home run jacket. Pretty cool. But what's the line on this game? Minus 128. How do you go against Tampa Bay on dog money? Road underdog, 23-15 on the year as a home favorite, 33-27 the Blue Jays. I'm going back to the well. I'm going Tampa Bay, 23-11 against division opponents. As much as Toronto's done well, they're up against a rookie pitcher in Alex Manoah. I think depending who's the pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays, I'm all over Tampa Bay here. St. Louis against the Mets. So you got St. Louis taking on the New York Mets. Now, the Mets coming off that high emotional win. In fact, didn't they win the series against the Yankees? What was the final of the series? It was 2-3. So they won 10-3. They lost 8-7, and then so they beat 2-3 from the Yankees. And today you got Rich, King of the Hill, up against Adam Wainwright. Man, this is like the old guy bowl, right? You got two old veterans here. In fact, how old isn't Wainwright? Like 40? Hey, we got some. It's like slow. We got like beer league pitching going on here today. So you got a 40. Let me see here. 40. How old is Wainwright? Yeah, 40-year-old Adam Wainwright, 40-year-old. And how old is Rich Hill? Rich, King of the Hill, 41. Man, I think I can pitch in this game here tonight, eh? I think if any of these coaches need a manager, I can probably give you one good inning there in relief. But yeah, we got a couple of veteran, experienced pitchers going today. Eh? We don't talk about age, we talk about experience here. Minus 106 is the price. The over-under set at 8. Forecast, gonna lean with the Cardinals in this one. 3.2 to 3.1, the over-under at 6.4. Look at these two teams. They're both 5-5. 7-3-0 to the over for the Mets in their last 10. Minus 122 was my line, and you can see minus 104. So you're getting pretty good value on the Mets right here. Not so much, overvalued. The Cards are overvalued here today. They're on a 2-game win streak. Man, I think this is a flat spot for the Mets. You just had an emotional series against the Yankees. What's their situation when it comes to wild cards? Let me take a look at their standings right here. The New York Mets, they're 5 games behind. What's their wild card situation? The Mets, they're done. 3 games behind the wild card. Now is not a time to take days off, right? The Mets need this game. The Cardinals also need it. Cardinals are 1 game behind. Man, this is a really good game. When you look at the situation leading into this game, both teams needs this game. What's the record? Let me see what the St. Louis. So let's go St. Louis. Last 10. So let's go St. Louis Cardinals. Road team at Citi Field. Let's do last 10. 5-5. Man, you can't get more tight than that. How about Adam Wainwright? Let's go Adam Wainwright against the Mets. Oh, he's right there. Let's do Adam Wainwright last. Let's go against the Mets. See what Wainwright's record is against the Mets. 7-6, 7-4-2. What about Rich, King of the Hill, against St. Louis? So let's go Rich, King of the Hill, against St. Louis. 5-3, 1-6-1 to the under. Wow. Yeah, 1-6-1 to the under. So, you know what? That's a good, let me see the under. A lot of overs. What's the Kogo at? The Kogo's at 44%. Yeah, you know what? The under might be worth a look here tonight. If I'm looking at this game, I might be looking at the under. Look at when the St. Louis Cardinals were on the road against National League East Division opponents, 5-9-0 to the under. Not bad record to the under. The Mets coming off a home win as a favorite, 12-8 to the under, 6-7-1. Now, the Mets have played a lot of unders, too, at home this year, right? What's their under record at home? 27-39-5. Now, they're catching up a bit. It used to be really more than that. But, yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to lean under here tonight. 8 points. 8 totals 8. Yeah, give me the under. I might go under. All right, effective last season. Jays are hardcore. Tough call. Yeah, effective instance. I agree. There's Isaiah Moore. How you doing, Isaiah? Lonnie Smith. We still dancing with Chick here. Where's the latest? Feels are sad. Jays have been hot. Just played a doubleheader. Give me the Rays on the road. I agree, Isaiah. I love the Rays tonight. I love the Rays in this spot. Yeah, and you know what? You got a team who just scored 44 runs in their last 3 games. We'll see if there's any more pop in those bats tonight at the Sky Dome. All right, Texas taking on the Houston Astros, the Battle of Texas. Jake Odorizzi against undecided right now. Forecast going to lean with Houston, 4.9 to 3.6. The over-under at 8.62. The Rangers on a 2-game win streak, coming off a 4-3 win over the A's. You know what? Big win over Oakland. In fact, how did they do against the A's on the weekend? They took 2 or 3 over Oakland. Oakland's fading a bit right now. And if you look at Texas, last 10 games, 6-4, and Houston 5-5. Now Houston still leading in the. Let me see here. Let me see what their situation is. Yeah, 6.5 games above the Seattle Mariners. So they got a nice little cushion right there, right? For the Houston Astros. Now let me take a look at the last 10 hits. I thought for some reason. Let me see here. Maybe let's see if Houston struggles against their state rival here. So let's go Houston against Texas, and let's do last Texas, and let's go last 10 games on the road. Let's do last 10. 3-7. Yeah, that's what I figured. So Houston 3-7 the last 10. Now Jake Odorizzi, not 6-7, 4.28 ERA, and let me take those last look. 1, 2, 3. He hasn't had a victory in 4 starts. So last victory was August 21st. Yeah. You know what? You might get good value here on the Texas Rangers. It looks like A.J. Alexy might go for Texas. He's 2-0 this season. You know what? Sometimes you got to be aggressive. But the only thing that concerns me here, Texas is not a team above 500. I don't like normally betting teams that are below 500 against a team above 500. But you know what? If you want to be aggressive, there could be some value there. What's my line value? 171, and you're getting 160. You're not getting any value, and you're getting value on Houston. The chances of winning does favor Texas at 48% on the percentage play. What's the where's my edges here? 4 edges for Houston, 6 to the under. Yeah, you know what? Pass. When in doubt, get out, right? When in doubt, get out. And let's go to the next game between San Diego and San Francisco. Hey, Mad Max, great pitch to gem last night. Hopefully you guys, if you took the Dodgers, congrats. Snell didn't, I don't know how many innings he went, but I had San Diego as one of my plays yesterday. Thought we can get a bit some value there with the Padres, but maybe not. 3-game losing streak, and for the Giants, Dominic Leone going to go against Yu Darvish today. We got San Diego winning 4.5 to 3.38. The over-under at 7.88. And looking at the last 10 games for San Francisco, 9-1 straight up in their last 10, 4-6 for the Padres. And when you look at Yu Darvish, let's see if Yu Darvish has been, let's see, the last couple of starts here. 8-9 on the year, not a great record. He did get a win last start. His first win last start, September 8th against the Angels. That was his first win since June 21st. So that just gives you an idea where Yu Darvish is at right now, what kind of form he's in. San Francisco, all they do is just, they're like Tampa Bay. All they do is keep winning. Give me San Fran. What's the line on this game? No line yet, but I'll just wait for the line on this game. Giants money line. I do like the Giants here too. Arizona taking on the Dodgers. Let me take a look at this here too. For some reason, I want to think that Arizona's done well here. Arizona against the LA Dodgers. Sometimes when you play lower opponents, you bring your standard down to their level, right? And I want to see if the Dodgers have done that in the last 10 against Arizona. Yeah, nope. 1-9. So Arizona's 1-9 last 10, 4-6 to the over/under. How about head-to-head meetings last 10 and 2-8? Yeah, okay. So Dodgers, Clayton Kershaw. When was the last time we saw Clayton Kershaw toe the rubber here? 9-7 on the year. Last time Clayton started was July 3rd. So yeah, we haven't seen Kershaw in a long time here. I thought he retired. Hey, it was so long. I thought he retired. Sounds like he did retire. Zach Gallen going for the Arizona Diamondbacks, but yeah, we're all over the Dodgers. 7.02, 2.93. The over/under is set at 9.95. The Dodgers at home against teams below 500, 24-10, and they are 49-23 at home. Yeah, this is not even close. Dodgers maybe in a parlay, right? Boston, Seattle. All right, let me take a look at the American League East. This is the wild card here. Let me take a look at the wild card. So the Blue Jays now, Yankees are out. If the playoffs start today, the Blue Jays and Red Sox are in. Yankees are out. So Blue Jays, Red Sox, Yankees, Mariners, Oakland. Those are teams that they got to keep winning, right? Seattle's in there too. They're 3 games behind the wild card. So this is what I love about September baseball. Games where you don't think they mean anything, they mean a lot because now these teams are not making the playoffs. If the Red Sox would make it today, but not the Yankees, and neither would Seattle. Logan Gilbert going against Eduardo Rodriguez, and the line on this game -122. The over/under at 8. And when Logan Gilbert goes for the Mariners, they're 13-4-2. But a big but. When's the last time Logan Gilbert won a game? Let's take a look at Logan Gilbert. 5-5 on the year. And the last time Logan Gilbert won a game, July 30th. Been over a month and a half. So be careful. And what about Rodriguez, Eduardo? Now it looks like Nathan Eovaldi. What are you guys seeing? I'm seeing Eovaldi. See, a lot of these managers are playing, bingo rotation with their starting rotation. So anyways, we do have Boston winning 4.26, 4.23 on the analytics, and that's from 25 simulated games in the database. 8.49 ERA. Could this one go over? I don't think I'm going to touch the side. Look at the last 10 games. 8-1-1 to the over for Seattle. So Seattle's hitting the ball well. -130, -129. Seattle's been really good this year. For me, there's 3 teams under the radar that, when I say under the radar, I mean public confidence-wise that people don't really trust that they're going to keep winning. Seattle, Tampa Bay, San Francisco. Those teams have made me a lot of money this year. I think Seattle. I think Seattle's the play here. I do think Seattle 18-10 against teams that are 50 to 59.9% in the standings. Red Sox 37-35 on the road. The Seattle Mariners 41-31 at home this season. And let's take a look at the Red Sox. Last 30 days on the road, 5-8, 4-9 to the under. And when they face a lefty on the road, 10-17. So a little bit different than maybe when they're at Fenway, right? I don't know what they do at Fenway versus lefties. I'll take a look. Same thing for the see. Look at this, Seattle 5-7 last 30 days at home, and they're 15-14 against lefties. But let me take a look here. I want to see how Boston does at home against lefties compared to on the road. So let's go to Super Database. Let's go to Boston. Oh, I got to go to the wrong sport here. Let me go to Boston at home against Southpaws. Where's those Southpaws? Left-handed pitchers, current season. 18-13, yeah, pretty good record. And for Boston against lefties on the road, 10-17. So you see, bit difference, right? Hey, Fenway, friendly. So a lefty. So if a lefty's pitching at Fenway, I'm trying to think of the Penske pole, how that plays in effect, right? You got lefty. You got to wrap that thing around that Penske pole. But lefties are tough to hit. Maybe that's why they don't do well. I don't know. I don't know why they're not doing well on the road, but they're better at home versus lefties, 18-13. But if I would play this one, I'd probably play the under. Look at this. Coming off a day game, 6-12 to the under. And this is the first game of a series, right? How does Boston do in the first game of a series? Let's take a look at that. So let's take a look at the Boston Red Sox as an away team. First game of a series. Let's check the versus the lefty. Let's see how that turns out. 6-3, 2-7 to the under. And let's see how Seattle does. Seattle at home versus lefties. First game of a series, 4-5. 6-3, yeah. Seattle and the under might be my. I think I like the under a little bit better. All right, there you have it. That is the Ram Report today for a Monday, September 13th. Again, folks, if you're interested in the Ram Report, what you see here, this is the Ram Report for Major League Baseball. If you go to college football, MLB, NBA, NHL, CFL, we got it all. CFL pick this week, I only had one selection, and it was Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Pick them -107. That was my strongest play in CFL. I'm being very selective this year. Years past, I used to give you a pick on every game. Not anymore. Now it's, again, goalposts have changed in sports betting. You got to be selective. You got to pick your spots. And the way you're betting on sports nowadays, you got to fine-tune your betting methods, your money management. And to me, one of the biggest adjustments I've done in betting sports, any spread sports of 3 or less, I'll take a look at the money line on favorites. I'm not sweating out. It's hard enough to win straight up, let alone against the spread, right? But if you're interested in the Rain Report and you want to get my picks, if you buy a membership, it's $24.99 a month, $99 for the year. And if you use promo code FB21, F as in Frank, B as in Bravo 21, you can get 20% off your next membership right here at ATSstats.com. All right, folks, have yourself a great rest of your Monday. I got a lot of work to do getting ready for next week. And again, if you want my baseball picks for free, go to bullpenpicks.com. You don't want to follow my picks. You want to follow Eddie O. Eddie O from Montreal. This guy is red hot. And Muss. You want to follow Muss too. Wherever Muss is, where's Muss? Where's my good old Muss? Hey, sounds like like Isaiah said. It sounds like a fragrance, eh? Like an Old Spice, a cologne. Where's Muss? Where's my good friend Muss here? I thought he was in the most followed here. Let's go to most followed. Am I missing here or something? Oh, there he is. Yeah, Ed Drake. You want to follow these two guys here. And, a lot of people have been good, but those are the two guys who've been pretty hot all year, right? Because if you go to your My Account, and let's say you go to your 500, view 500 wins, and you want to see who has the most wins here at bullpenpicks.com. Yeah, Nicky Batts is good too. You got Muss. He's got 1149. I got 1131. There's Eddie O. He made the 1100 club. Nicky Batts, and there's Chad, old Chad Kowalski from Saskatchewan, right? Corner Gas. Hey, my buddy Chad there from Corner Gas, Saskatchewan. Hey, I'll get some more props here for you guys. As soon as I figure out where you guys are from, I'll get more props. All right, have yourself a great rest of your day, folks. I'll see you back here on a Ruby Tuesday. And in the meantime, enjoy that Monday Night Football game. And we'll be back here on Tuesday with another Rain Report. In the meantime, hasta la vista, baby. Mañana.